Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Welcome to Friday. It is July 1st. What? We've made it. It's a whopping 88 degrees and says sunny, but it's cloudy. But I don't know. It's Texas. It's where I'm from. My special guest today is going to be Miss Erica Michelle, and I'm going to bring her on right after this here ditty that I am going to play for you. It's going to be on my next CD. It is called Push the Button. No, it's called Old Man. Here we go. Thanks so much for being here, y'all. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I saw an old man in a Chevy pickup, had American pride on his truck, 4 flags in the back and 2 on the side, 1 on the hood. But that don't right. Uncomfortable conversations of, am I worthy of love? The devil's in the details. I'm authentically forever myself. These dreams keep telling me that someday people will judge me by my character, not by the color of my skin. Not by the color of my skin. Here in America, we got our own saying. United we stand, divided we fall. September 11th, 2001. Seen American pride on the face of everyone. Now it's July 2022. If I saw that same old ride, I'd have to take a double take to make sure it's not a mob of proud boys driving by to take a shot at me. Uncomfortable conversations of, am I worthy of love? The devil's in the details. I'm authentically forever myself. My dreams keep telling me that someday people will judge me by my character, not by the color of my skin. Not by the color of my skin. That's the old man song. It's still, it's still learning how to walk, but I'm grateful for it being here. Cool. Let me read my bio for the lovely Miss Erica Michelle, who is up next. Erica Michelle started playing guitar and writing songs at the age of 14 in her hometown. She is a unicorn, y'all. She's a native Austin Texanite. Listen to her debut EP, Cry About It, and you'll hear the guts, grace, and guitar licks that only the live music capital of the world can teach you growing up. Go ahead, sister, say that stuff. Erica sings honest stories in her unmistakable, smoky, smooth tone. Soulful, authentic, the real deal, says Ian Moore. After years of playing original songs around the city that raised her, she's following her soul into the spectacular and one worth keeping an eye on as the city emerges from the pandemic for real. Peter Blackstock, Austin American statesman. And here she is one more time for the audience. Here she comes. Let me bring her on right now. Pushing the button. Shazam, bing, ding. What's up, girl? How you doing?
Oh.
How was that for an intro?
Oh, that was wonderful. I was really copy and paste from someone that wrote that for me. So
Well, now you know what I mean when I say right? Because I'm going, okay, what am I saying? I'm saying all the words as I go. Thank you so much for being here, sister. I appreciate you very, very much.
yes, thank you
And
for having me.
woo-wee. So, y'all, I've seen this young lady go from just in the last year. I've heard her and I went, who that? Who there? Where's she at? That's good. I like it. That's who that girl? Where's she at? And then had the opportunity to play with her on what we say? Hotspot.
Hotspot. Mm-hmm.
Hotspot, but it's not spelled hot. So it always
It's spelled
confuses me. Like,
hot.
who's hotspot? So and then I got to watch her play right before Scott Strickland at the Paramount. That was
Yeah. Oh, that was
I
so
was
much
like,
fun.
I was like, this is Cinderella stuff right here, right here. Holy crap! Look at this shiny, pretty bling bling. It was beautiful. It was very magical. So thank you for giving that energy off for wonderful. It was great. I was like, this is pretty.
It went by really fast for me, so I'm glad it went well. I'm glad people enjoyed it.
Did you are those your regular musicians that you played with?
About I think three of them are. Brian Mendez was not the regular drummer for me. He stepped in. So yeah, it's
The
I think
female
three.
was a bass player, right?
Yeah, Amanda Jarman. Yeah, she normally plays with me if I do some full band stuff.
Right on, right on.
Yeah, she's a
Good.
beast.
I was like, girl power in the
Yeah,
house, go
yeah,
for it.
yeah.
Do the thing. It was beautiful. I was like, I'm outside and this is where I get to go to. Thank you. Entertainment. All right, let's get to the questions.
Okay.
Favorite question to ask is I need a drum roll machine now. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
If I had a superpower, what would it be? Flying, of course. Just take my guitar and go fly anywhere I need to.
You'll have
As
to
long
get
as they have a PA set up.
Right.
I can go tour because the gas prices are so high.
Almost
No,
as
but flying, definitely. Like, yeah, something
I
about
mean,
just soaring.
when people say that, I'm like, so you need some goggles and a helmet and gloves, and then you're gonna have your guitar, so you gotta have a special case.
But if it was like a superpower where it just kind of like molded me up and like everything around me just and I could just fly, that would be great.
All right. Do you want to see stuff when you're flying, or you don't care? Just want to.
I want to see stuff. I want to see the ocean in the deep. That's what I want.
That'd be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
One of my bucket list is to get a pilot's license.
Oh, awesome.
I don't like heights. They make me go.
I don't like flying. I love heights, but I don't like flying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Flight. Okay. What could you give a 40-minute presentation on without absolutely no preparation?
God. Ugh. Pickles.
What?
Pickles.
Explain. What you mean about that, girl?
I don't know. I feel like I'm such a pickle queen. I feel like I know a lot of different types of pickles. how you can make pickles and stuff. I'm a pickle queen.
Do you make your own pickles?
Sometimes.
Come on now, explain. Because I'm like, now she's got pickles. All right, why? What's happening?
Literally just like take cucumbers and just like take vinegar and stuff and just put it in a jar and just let it marinate for such a long time and just I've done a lot of science projects, so that was one of them. So
That's an excellent one. That's a nerdy, excellent one. I
No,
like
I
that.
want pickles.
Well, okay. I I I can agree with you on that. I enjoy pickles, but I'm more of a, green olives and yellow banana peppers.
I've actually never had that.
Ooh, I will hook you up.
Okay, because like I'm a picky eater, but like I'm trying new stuff. I don't know what it is. It's just like maybe the way that things look, and I'm just like, I don't know. Like I instantly know I don't want it, but I should try it because I've never tried it.
That is a good attitude.
Yeah.
And the first time it might not be done right, so you might as well try it. So,
What would you use like banana peppers on though?
so often you get them on if you ask on pizzas. I like Canadian bacon,
Mm.
pineapple, and the yellow banana peppers.
Oh my god, now
Yeah,
I'm so
they're
hungry.
they're a little spicy, but not too spicy. Oh, I should have told you to eat before this.
I know I did.
Oh,
I just did my 4-mile walk. That's what I did.
oh, you need food. Okay, got you. My bad.
It's
M-
okay.
My snack food for emergencies is the I have this tub of cashews, sunflower seeds, cranberries, raisins, and crumbled up rice cakes. That's my. I don't have time to eat food.
Ooh,
Just go. Blah, 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 blah.
that's kind of that sounds yummy though.
It's
That
very good.
sounds
It's
good. Like
very
just have
healthy.
like in like a Tupperware or something. Just be
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, that
I
sounds
don't
good.
have time to eat, man. Let's shove it in my face. Let's go. I need some substance. And this is from watching other musicians travel, and I was like, "Why are you just eating a bag of sunflower seeds? They don't feed y'all."
That's funny because I had a friend that did music full time and toured a lot, and that was like their go-to snack.
Yep,
And I was like, huh. Now that I think
simple,
about it,
simple, easy. Just
the
can't.
secret is in the sunflower seeds.
I agree with that. Not the salty ones though, because that hydrates you if you're already hustling and working and stuff. What's your 3 favorite apps on your phone?
Well, my 3 favorite apps. God, hold on, let me check this real quick. I definitely like I don't like to say it, but I definitely like the easy access of finding music through Spotify,
Mm,
even though they do not really support artists. But it's like my go-to when I'm trying to discover new music and stuff.
mhm.
Um, my second favorite app is the Ultimate Guitar Tabs.
Yes,
Love
girl.
it, love it. It's like I'm
Yes.
always on it, like always looking for stuff, learning songs and stuff. Also helps with songwriting, honestly.
Absolutely. Yes.
My gosh, my last one, okay, is TikTok. I have to say it, TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok is probably one of my favorite apps to use because it's so educational for some part of it. It's hilarious. I learn a lot more on there than I ever do on any other app, so it's really neat.
And you
Um,
go ahead.
no, that's all I had. That's all I had.
Those are ones I actually use. The TikTok I we all know is now the latest greatest platform to get discovered on as artists. I
Oh
get
yeah,
much more algorithm movement. That sounds terrible from TikTok than I do from any other platform that I participate on. I'm like,
I
okay, I'm
agree.
doing more
Yeah,
stuff on TikTok. I don't know what.
yeah, I definitely agree.
And the ultimate guitar started creating playlists like last year. So I
Yep,
have at least 25 different playlists for
me
different
too. Even for different gigs and stuff. Like
different yeah.
I have it all on there. It's
I love
wonderful. I love it. It's a lifesaver, really.
I keep seeing people do videos on there. Have you tried to do a video on there of
I've done probably 4 or
oh,
5. And I do get a lot more reaction than like putting on Instagram, honestly. And it's
nice.
cool because it's like with other people that are playing the music and or trying to play like cuz have you put a video on there? Have
Not
you
yet. That's
Okay,
one
cuz what it does is like you play the song, you upload the video, and if you want to attach the video to the tab itself,
hmm,
then it attaches. So, like, if you look through a tab, you can go and look through people's videos of that cover.
sweet.
Yeah, so it's
Is it
it's really neat.
is the tab video connected to YouTube?
I don't know,
or is
honestly.
it just to that site?
Just to that, just to the app, just to
I'm
the app
super
itself.
nerdy. I'm
Yeah.
like nerd.
I
Oh,
think it's just to the app itself. I don't think
yes.
they've like, unless I haven't updated it yet.
Uh-huh.
So maybe there might be like
All
an
right.
update for like a, transfer over and stuff.
For all you people out there who want to know what we're talking about, Ultimate Guitar,
Ultimate Guitar app.
wonderful, wonderful
We need to get
product.
sponsored for this.
Oh yes, hey, Ultimate Guitar. We're just talking about the product. It really works. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's
And
great.
okay, because I'll just keep talking.
I know, right?
uh, that's a silly question, but if you were put into solitary confinement for 6 months, what would you do to stay sane?
Write music.
Mhm.
Honestly, that was the only thing that would probably make me stay sane. That was the only thing that makes me stay sane here in my house with other stuff.
Truth.
So, yeah, gotta say, bring the guitar and write music.
But you don't get to. No, it doesn't say that. So it doesn't
That's right.
specify whether you get to bring stuff or not.
That's
It just
right.
that's a good answer. As a creative, that's a wonderful, perfect answer. Uh, what was Erica Badu was this bite that I saw of her said 80% of the world is followers and the other 20% is creators and something else above that, and I forgot what that was. But the one on the top was the people who got shot, and I went, "Oh, okay, never mind. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be that one." But we are the creators, and we can't help it. We just are. It just is. So that makes absolute positive sense.
Yeah.
If you had an intro to music song that would play for you anytime you walked into the room, what would you have?
Oh, God. Take now. I have been on like a kick with Lizzo.
Ah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, I love all sorts of music, but I really like either that or Ida Maria is one of her songs I've been stuck on. It's called "I Eat Boys Like You for Breakfast,"
Oh,
and
well.
it's it's super like girl power. It's got a really awesome horn section in the song. It's just like a really like pump up song, and I think that would probably be it at the moment.
I like it. Bring it forth.
Yeah.
Make it happen. She'd be like, "Who playing my song? Who that? Who that girl?" If you, if you had a personal mascot, what would your mascot be?
A chihuahua.
Oh,
Ooh, I feel like I just don't identify with any other animal besides a chihuahua because I have chihuahuas and I've grown to love them so much. But I am such like an introvert sometimes, and so are chihuahuas and their little anxiety. And so I feel like that's just me.
oh,
So
oh.
little chihuahua, a little strong, small thing.
They think they're massive,
Yes.
mass. That word. The big dogs with the big old giant heads. That's what they think
Mhm.
they are. So I love their energy. Their
Yeah. Their
don't mess with.
confidence. Yeah.
Yes, it's brilliant. So, is that in your branding? Are you using that as part of your branding? And if not,
No.
you should. That would be cute. Get get a Erica Chihuahua dog going as your that would be cute. And have you seen mine? Mine's a hat and my glasses, and it's green. And because I always have a hat on when I'm out in public.
Yeah,
At,
I think that's so cool. I have the shirts that I do have is it's like I'm always like in overalls
yes, I love
and
overalls.
playing, and so like there someone took a picture of me playing in front of my friend, and she's watching me, and I'm wearing my overalls and my guitar, and like I got somebody to draw it, and that was pretty much it.
I like that
Always the
as well.
overalls and the guitar.
Because then you get a overall brand as a brand partner for you,
That
and
would
you'd
be
have.
awesome because I love overalls. I really do.
There's only one store I've been able to find overalls here in Austin that would fit me, and it's like the the construction worker store, and I was like, "Really? This is all you got? Okay,
There's so much
there's
more.
no
Like
clue. You're gonna have
there's
to hook
not
me up."
There's no like stores here or like online. I look online. I Google stuff like groovy overalls
That's a good term.
and it pops up.
What? No.
Just
Okay.
ask it.
No, because some of them I'm like that. Mm-mm. What are the top 5 places in the world you want to perform? There we go.
Oh man. I want to perform in New Orleans.
Ooh.
I want to perform um God. The top place is really New Orleans. I don't know why. I want to perform in New York. I want to perform in Australia.
Ooh.
No specific place, probably on Sydney because maybe more people. But this is also like I want to travel at the same time and play. So New York, New Orleans, Australia. I really just want to play in New Zealand.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Make it.
Um, and the fifth one, wherever it takes me. I don't know, probably Spain. Spain would be
Ooh.
cool.
Oh, man, that's some good food right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I like that. That's great.
Mhm.
Get your
I know,
passport.
right? I know.
Get your passport. You're gonna need it, so then go stamp stamp.
I know.
I even got one that the business the card version, like it goes in my wallet instead of the book. So I have one of those as well. I got both. I'm ready. I
How
spent the
much do
money.
they usually cost? That's what
Like 175 for
mm,
the book, I think, and then maybe an
okay.
additional 50 for the card. But it's worth it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, of course.
the way the world is right now.
I'll just put it on a credit card.
There you go. And that way, when they say come over here, you'll be like, I can go. Let's go,
Right?
because
Yeah.
that's about to happen. That's what my vibe is. I, I, mm, I'm a pivotal person. When people come into my life, whatever reason, they pivot to this next thing. So travel is coming for you if you manifest it, my friend.
Oh, that's what I was just talking about this with my best friends about manifesting.
Mhm.
Really, really trying to like focus on that because it does help
It
from what I've heard.
it actually does work. It does work. Sometimes you
Got to
have
be
to learn.
consistent. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
consistency is the key. That is the absolute truth. Do you do you create your own music on like Logic or Pro Tools or
I
Ableton?
just yeah, I just have GarageBand. So, I haven't done a whole lot with it. I don't know why, maybe it's because 'cause I'm just so kinda like I'm terrible when it comes to trying to line up time and, like, working with the click and, like, all that, so it scares me off a little bit. But when I just songwrite, so sometimes I'll take give it to my friend who plays piano with me, and he'll add to it. I'll send them, "Hey, can you do this? Can you do this?" And then I send him yeah. Yeah, it's a work in progress, but I
It's
also
good.
have a really old computer, so it's also why I haven't done much with GarageBand on it.
It's all right. It's a wonderful tool to start with. So
Yeah,
highly
I I'm
encourage you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I highly encourage you to poke around once you get a better computer or
Yeah, technology scares me, so sometimes
why?
it becomes into mush. It's I don't know, my brain just, like anything with technology, it's like I can't understand it half the time. So,
Interesting.
it's yeah, it's I've always been that way. I'm very much a creative person, like, artistically. So when it comes to, like, recording and especially when I was, hanging out with Ray and watching him, produce and do stuff with my songs, it was really felt like algebra. It felt like mathematics to me. Honestly, it's been it makes me feel like my brain goes to eggs. So sometimes, yeah. Mhm. I s
Ah,
I stick with songwriting and reading books.
I like. Oh, okay. Next question. What do you? And then we'll get you to play a song,
Okay.
or you play two, whichever. We can. Which would you like to do? One or two,
I'll do
whichever.
2.
Okay, and then we'll just blah blah blah. Book. What are you reading now?
I'm reading this book called Verity by Colleen Hoover. And it is a suspenseful book about a writer that basically takes on another writer's unfinished series. So this writer literally goes and lives with the other writer who's incapacitated and can not finish the series, right? She goes and lives in her house and she it's kind of like horror suspense, but she in her office she starts finding other different things about this author. So she starts to find out the real truth of this author, and she's living in the same house. It's a totally crazy
Huh.
um
Sounds like
concept.
a mind.
Yes, it's such a good book. I got it 2 days ago, and I'm literally on like page 300.
Those are the good ones. Where you're like, did I read this already?
Yeah, I was like,
Dang!
oh my gosh. Like, yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me set this up. Thank you so much for being here. Here is the lovely Miss Erica Michelle.
All right.
Do the thing. And I'm going to bring you on, and here I go.
All right. So this song is called Long Way, and I wrote it about trying to get away from my hometown and trying to figure out what you want to do in life and who you are. And that's pretty much the gist of it. It's called Long Way. She was a leaving, didn't know where to go. She's tired of this city. Let's drive real slow. And just like a rolling stone, she told her lover, ooh, forget about me and leaving you, ooh, is just what I need. And time to let it go into the unknown. If you can't feel me through the night, well, I am crossing the desert again. Ooh, 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 and get what I need. She took the long way and dirt in the sky, and all these people talking ain't never too much, but I ain't trying to forgive them. If you can't feel me through the night, well, I am crossing the desert again. Well, if you can't feel me through the night, well, I am crossing the desert again. Ooh, 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 ooh. She took the long way, nowhere to go. Thank you. Sorry. Okay. Trying to think of the next song. Okay, this is a very new song. This is an extremely new song. And it's called "How Do You Sleep?" And it's about I don't know, it's not technically a love song, but it's definitely about trying to get someone to follow the right track, basically, between the good and the bad, and always wanting them to stay a little bit longer instead of running away, basically. So it's called "How Do You Sleep?" And this will probably be in the next single coming up soon. Think we all searching for the same thing, to heal our wounds. The silence in the room is so deafening, and I'm always searching for a sound. I'm reaching for you in the night, a ghost to hold on tight. How do you sleep? You're not with me. And how do you rise up with a beaming sun, far from home? I always wanted something real physical. We always like to crash and burn. And the emptiness in my body is what kills me. But your touch leaves me full. I'm reaching for you in the night, a ghost to hold on tight. And how do you sleep? You're not with me. And how do you rise up with a beaming sun? And how do you sleep? You're not with me. And how do you rise up with a beaming sun? Ooh, with a beaming sun, far from home. Far from home. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And who do people tell you sound like?
I get a lot about Nora Jones. I get that all the time. Nora Jones. It's like a mixture with Nora Jones. Um, who else? Cheryl Crow, and then Grace Potter. Those are always the same things I hear every single time. Every single time.
Let me add to it. Winona Judd.
Winona Judd. Okay.
I was
I'll
like,
take
well,
that.
okay then. Yes, very, very. Yes, you are.
Oh, Bonnie Raitt. That's what I get. Bonnie Raitt. Patty Griffin. I think someone said Patty Griffin. I was like, fuck yeah.
We'll
Anyways.
take all the things. Thank you.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cuss.
And then she dinged. What? Hey, how you doing? So, beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, one of my cables is having its attitude. We'll move right along. As Miss Muffy says, put it out, broke, fix it live.
Let's go.
It's real. That's real. Do you have a? Do you have a words? Do you follow a process or ritual before a performance to get rid of nerves or performance anxiety? Your song is now stuck in my head.
Oh, that's awesome. Cute. I don't have a ritual. Just drink lots of water.
That is a big
Really.
ritual.
I used to do like a shot before when I was younger, but liquor doesn't do well with me anymore. It just leaves me with a headache. So yeah, so just room temperature water. I'm starting to get into like vocal warm-ups and stuff. I don't really do those, but yeah. I think the ritual is looking back at the band if they're with me and I'm mouthing, I'm nervous. And they're like, okay. And that's the ritual. And so let's do this. I think I did that at the Paramount. I made like a face when I turned around and I was like, oh, no, I was like, let's do it.
Oh, that would have been a great behind the scenes shot for the anyway, I'm always brain. That's stop saying that is a wonderful ritual is the water because a lot of artists are known for getting slosh face drunk before they perform. I can't do it. Bleh, bleh. I can drink red wine at my house. I'm good, but I don't like to drink out because I'm like I gotta drive.
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm.
Or me and my dog, or it's me and my gear. So no.
Yeah.
What type of musician would you like to collaborate? There you go. There's a difference in your friends, but the people that like who do you want to collaborate with?
Who do I like famous wise?
Whatever your heart and soul desire.
I would really love to collaborate with Amos Lee.
Nice.
Yes, love Amos Lee. Amos Lee, Ben Harper, Susan Tedeschi. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
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 Yeah.
That'll be
I'm
fun.
sure there's tons more, but like my first choice would be Amos Lee. Yeah.
Right on. Mine is Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Terry Lewis. Yeah. I haven't heard what's the first name that you said?
Jimmy Jam, their partnership, Terry Lewis.
Okay.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis back in the 80s, funk, rock, music, just good funk music.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to play some funk.
Yeah.
I can play, singer-songwriter stuff, but I want some singer-songwriter stuff with some funk.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I love singer-songwriter stuff, but like sometimes when I get in a full band, they'll bring like, which I'm not opposed to, but they'll bring like covers like just to do it in our own way, but it's really rocking covers. They're like, you got the voice for it, and it's just is like if I know I may have the voice for it, but sometimes I'm not comfortable with that, with that heavy stuff. I guess I love heavy stuff, but
to
sometimes I
listen
just
to.
I want to be a singer-songwriter, I really want that. So, yeah.
And that's what all, in my opinion, all artists should aspire to as singer-songwriters. Be a singer-songwriter, because you got to be an original before you can be famous,
Yeah,
right?
of
You
course.
gotta start here and then get up to there, because once you get up to there, it's a different little
Yeah.
headache. It's a different struggle on that level.
Yeah.
Like, how much insurance do you have to pay for all your musicians and their instruments and blah blah blah?
Yeah, I'm
How
like,
are we gonna get there? And travel trains and car and gas and
yeah.
food, all of that. And right now we're at the I'm gonna make songs level. Ha
Yeah, yes.
Like, I love this level. It's great. Cause yeah, anyway, I've seen the other side. I was like, whew, give me a minute. Give
Yeah.
me a
I'm
minute.
gl I've been through multiple members too, that
Ugh,
make me not wanna do full band stuff, but I've finally found a good concrete of people, that really do it for the love of it and just wanna pursue it. So that's nice, that keeps the passion.
very much so.
Yeah.
Having bandmates is very much like having relationships with a whole group of other people.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. Yes.
you know who Mobley is? The artist
Uh-huh,
Mobley here.
yes.
So
He's great.
I want to be a female Mobley. I just want to play all the things myself. I'm good. I
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's amazing. I
Yeah.
was like, what is this thing you have created? This human vocalizer machine thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
he's very talented, brother. I'm like, I can do all that.
You
So
can.
I'm doing all of that.
He
That's what
just
I'm
put
doing.
so much work into that, like, it's amazing, That's why he's just yeah, he's really good.
Hmm. Only thing I
But
don't
you
have
put a
is
lot of work into it too, so don't sell yourself short.
I don't. I know. I just graduated college. It's
I know, I
less.
saw that, congrats.
Thank you. So my whole focus has been school, 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 sing a little, school, school, sing a little. Now I'm like the other way around. Like, I'm fixing to play,
Yeah.
going outside. Be like, Sonya's outside again. Dang it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
So
I didn't graduate college, I've been, like, back and forth with music, and it was just, like, I had a tough time with that in college, but maybe one day I'll finish it.
you can do it while you're on the road. Just do virtual classes. Just it took me 5 years to do it
Right.
virtual. And it was all virtual, so it was perfect during the pandemic. I was like, I'm not going
Yeah.
outside
Yeah.
anyway. And I got a perfect math teacher for you. If math is not your friend, I learned that I have dyscalculia. It means a disorder for math, and I didn't
Mhm.
know what that was. I was like, "Thank you, somebody made it make sense." Like, I'm a musician. Of course, I understand math, but you talk about a polynumeral square with a pi that needs a diameter and a radius. I don't give a
Yeah.
flippity
No,
flop about.
no, like I said, my brain turns to eggs,
Yeah,
to
no.
mush.
Got a teacher for you when you're ready. Okay, what are your plans for the coming month with your music, career, lifestyle?
Plans are, hopefully getting everything organized, to start, selling to bookers and stuff, and, um, just trying to get on the road and playing more, especially because since I have the time, I quit my day job, so all I do is music now, so that's
100,
the yeah,
100%,
that's the
100%.
hustle. The goal is hustling, 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 hustling. Get some more singles out and just keep having fun.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fun is the key. All the other stuff is like, oh, goody. But
Yeah.
fun part is like, I get to play, get to sing. Yes.
Yeah,
What?
that's I always think it I always yeah, that's always a gift.
Do I get
Whenever I
food, clothing, and shelter out of
get
it? That's even better. Thank you very
yeah.
much. Do you play any other instruments?
I'm currently learning how to play piano.
Yes.
Currently learning how to play piano, harmonica.
Hmm.
Um, I do have a bass guitar, but I've never, I kind of noodle around on it a little bit, but I don't know all the foundation for it pretty much.
It's much like the guitar. Good job. Good job. to have multiple instruments, because when you have other musicians, you can talk that talk. Like, I don't
Mhm.
know what to say, what the words are, paradiddles for drummers, but I'm like, do
Yeah,
the do that, what that is.
exactly. That's what I do. That's what I say. I'll be like, it's on this part where it goes da da da, and they're like, they know though, so
Yes.
it's great. And there's like, yeah, just sing it, and I'm like, I got you.
Thank you for understanding my my language. In my world, it'd be Sanyanese. For you, it'd be Erkanese. It's true.
I love that.
What is the best advice you have been given in your music career?
That you will always feel like you will always feel a sort of like having the imposter syndrome. And this was advice from Ian Moore, who's been doing music a long time in Texas. And he told me recently that when I get on a, when I get on a stage, even now, I still get that gut feeling of like, I feel like I'm not doing it the best way, or why do they even like me? You know what I mean? So don't ever feel like you're the only person that feels that. Every single person feels that, no matter where they are in levels of their career. So that's stuck with me. That basically is like, keep pushing, just keep going, because you'll probably always feel like that. Just keep going for it.
It's real.
It
Just
doesn't ever go away. So yeah.
That's a good one. That's an excellent one for anybody, but especially for up and coming artists, people that are just learning to even get into their skill level.
Hmm.
So that's an excellent one. Good job, Ian Moore.
Yeah, I know. When he
That's
told me
very
that, I was like, "What?" I was like, "You feel like that?" And he's like, "Yeah." Oh, that was really eye opening. So
Ew, that's creepy. No, no. The question that was up next, I was like, no, that's that one. What do you think? Okay, we talked about pickles, but do you eat anything before a show or after a show? Pickles aren't bad. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't ever eat anything before a show. I just drink water. After a show, it's game on. I'll eat whatever I want. Honestly, nothing before a show, really. No dairy stuff either.
Absolutely no dairy.
Yeah,
For those of you out there who don't know, dairy makes you have phlegm in your throat
yeah.
when you're
It's
singing.
like,
So
so
all you're
yeah,
doing is going and you're
yeah.
choking. You're like, why am I choking on air? Riff. Have you ever dated a musician?
I dated a musician when I was younger, and it was the worst decision of my life. Really. Um, it was a drummer too.
Oh.
No, no, no. It's yeah. Would never not I would not recommend.
And then you just get baffled by those couples that are in relationship and it's like, but you're musician. I'm so confused. How
I
come
know,
y'all
it's
haven't
I think
killed
it's
each
wonderful.
other?
It's probably better that when you get older you can date a musician, but when I was younger, I dated a musician. It was the worst thing.
Yeah.
Ugh, no.
I
It was
haven't.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Just not one of those things I
I
want.
date myself, thank you.
Right. I'm like, we're crazy. Not crazy real, but crazy. It's like another one of us in the same house. No. We need some sort of level. I need some
Mhm.
harmony.
Yeah, I with my boyfriend now, we're completely opposite of each other. So it's nice. It's really nice, not having a bunch of conflict, really. I'm in my music room. He is in his gaming room slash glass blowing room. So yeah.
Mhm. Woman cave, man cave.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. That's beautiful. Do you teach? Do you teach people how to play or sing or any of that stuff?
No, I've never tried it. Never tried it, because I'm still teaching myself. I don't know all the I'm not well when it comes to teaching. It just doesn't work. It just does not work. It just I want to, but it's just I don't think I would they would people would understand what
I'm gonna
I'm
say Ian
saying.
Moore every time you say that. So I'll tell you what my professor told me. He said, "You know 10% more than someone who knows nothing about an instrument, about playing music or writing a song.
That's
That
true.
that's your niche. The people who know nothing. Like I can show you how to hold a guitar. You can show
Yes,
them
I
how to
can
put
show
a
you.
microphone on. You can
Mhm.
show them what kind of paper, you know what a staff anyway. The beginners, the ones who know nothing,
Mhm.
that's your field, that's your market. That's so
Yeah.
if you ever decided another thing to teach to make some more income, because that's one of my part-time jobs is teaching. I have like 8 jobs. Teaching guitar lessons is one of the other ones that I do. So
Yeah, yeah. Well,
teach the ones who know nothing.
yeah. Do you do it, like, through a company, or do you just
No,
do it privately?
I do it here. Spread the word. I play a commercial. I'll show you virtually lessons, especially during the pandemic. I haven't worked with a company at all yet because I want
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, of course.
So yes, I do private lessons or group lessons.
That's
So
awesome. Yeah.
they would totally dig you,
Cool.
especially
Oh.
in changing channel, mommy mode. What type of music do you listen to hype you up?
Oh gosh.
Like you want to clean the house.
90s rock,
Nice.
some Soundgarden, some Pearl Jam, some Alice in Chains,
What?
some
What?
I love that stuff. I love that stuff. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Sound.
90s. I have, like, I think I, like, look on my playlist and it's like 90s happy songs, 90s chill songs, 90s soft rock songs. Anything with 90s is just like love.
Fair enough. It's like 90s, just out of high school. Okay, let's go. Is your guitar or your vocals your first instrument? And if not, what was your first instrument?
Guitar was. I didn't start really comfortably started singing until I'm 33 now, so I didn't start really doing it out and about until I was 25. So I was a little hermit crab when it came to singing, um, and playing out. But my first instrument was the guitar when I was 15.
First started playing out. Where did you go play at that age?
My first open mic was Cactus Cafe.
There you go.
And then I joined a band for a year just to see what it was like, just as a singer. And that was cool. And decided to go quit the band and start to do some of the stuff I wanted to do. Um, and I in 2020 when COVID was happening, and I worked at the hospital at the time, but I think in March or so, no, maybe like June or July, people were giving up the gigs to go play places, obviously for COVID. But I was so comfortable with playing out and about because I worked in the hospital with COVID people. That's when I started getting my chops in, basically, because nobody was taking the gigs. So I would take the solo gigs. I like booked so much just to go play out and try and get used to the feeling of being by myself and playing and leading myself or maybe leading a band down the road. And that's basically when I first started really gigging.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
It's uh, sink or swim, man. That's
Yeah.
what it is. It's
And
real.
it was I felt like it was like these people don't want to take these gigs, and people are getting paid way more at home, with the pandemic pay and all that, and I wasn't getting that because I was working, in the hospital. So I was getting paid crap pay and, just really wanted to try, and do some music. So I just like, "I'll do it. I'll do it. Take me."
Smart woman. Smart with
Yeah.
us. And that's how you build your as the woman said, the goal in our music careers is to reach for the 1,000 super fans, not a million people, but just 1,000 super fans. That's how you reach them. Is
Yeah.
going out and being everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everywhere.
It was crazy. I
It's
wouldn't
real.
say, yeah, I mean, like, it was just nice. It was I wouldn't say COVID was nice, but it's nice that the
No, I
stuff
got
slowed
you.
down a
Yeah.
little bit to where I could like pick up some stuff because I'm brand new to the scene when it comes to that. So it was nice to do that around outside Austin and, anywhere really, just to go and try to sharpen the chops a little.
That's right.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's real.
Yeah.
Is Erica Michelle your real name, stage name?
It's my real name. That's my middle name.
First
Erica
and middle name?
Michelle. Yeah.
Sweet.
That's what my grandma calls me. Erica Michelle.
Uh-oh. Why she
I'm
got
half
an accent?
Hispanic. I'm
I was
half
gonna say,
Hispanic.
why she got an accent?
I'm half Hispanic.
Does anybody else play instruments or music in your family?
Nobody.
What?
Nobody. No.
Aw. I bet you
My mom and dad were like big advocates for live music. My mom still is. So that's where I learned music. That's where I learned the huge catalog of all different kinds of music from them. But no one plays instruments. Nobody sings. They can sing, but not the best. But yeah.
everybody can sing.
Everybody can sing. Everybody can sing.
Everybody can sing. Whether they want to hear it or not, different story. You are a joy, and I wish you so much success in your life and your future as an artist and as a person, because very nice, very nice. You want to tell us where you're going to play next, or where they can find your music platforms besides your website?
Yes. You can find me anywhere, Erica Michelle Music, Instagram, Facebook. Don't have a Twitter. Still figuring that out. Where I'm playing next is tonight. I'm playing tonight at a house show in South Austin called the Common Thread House Concert Series. And if you go to my Facebook page, Erica Michelle Music, or Instagram, Erica Michelle Music, the link is in the bio to buy tickets. And I'm playing with Shayna Sands and Natalie Price tonight.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I think
it's gonna be good.
What? That's gonna be fun music right there.
Yeah.
House concerts.
In South Austin.
What? Out there in Manchaca?
Manchaca, basically.
That's what my phone says. Manchaca. I'm like, where?
Manchaca, Texas.
Where's that? That's not what I said at all. Manchaca. Okay. I guess I have. Let's see. What else? Anything? Want to favorite? One more question is what I want to know. One message you'd give to your fans.
Keep following the passion, anything that makes you happy, whatever it may be. You just keep it a part of your life, because that's what basically makes you. That's probably what makes you half of a person, is like your passions. So whatever it is, just keep doing it. Don't live by the rules.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the lovely Miss Erica Michelle. My name is Sonia Javette. I appreciate you, sister, being here. The crowd goes, yeah. And I'm going to bring you off, but stick around for me. Be right back. And my name is Sonia Javette. Thank you so much for being here. And we are out. See y'all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And the crowd goes.